Well, hello. On today's show, we are going to show you our 10 picks for what we'd buy out of the January 2025 previews guide. Welcome to your favorite comics and collectible information live stream, the previews preview by Xcellar Comics. I am hopefully one of your favorite podcasting hosts, Kevin. Thank God I'm not alone because I'm a wreck today. Patrick is here.
I am here. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, Pat. How's it going? And then, of course, Michael.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you.
Hey.
What's up? Good to see you. A long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Good to see you guys, yeah. All right, yeah. I need to work on my intro for the preview, apparently. I think we might be losing the help of our awesome background producer, Karen. She's not going to be with us for the whole show. She assisted us for the beginning of this show, but she's got things she's got to get to. So we appreciate you being here, Karen, and have fun doing what you're doing.
Yep. Bye, Karen.
All right, cool. Like I said, though, we are here to preview our 10 personal picks around-ish, maybe a couple less, maybe a couple more of the current previews guide, but we've also kind of expanded that to where it can just be something we find somewhere that's coming out March-ish. Is that right, Mike? Is that what we kind of leaned into a little bit on the last show, right? Doesn't matter where we get it, but we're sticking with mostly previews. But if we find it somewhere else, it's all good, right?
Yeah, it's just stuff that's coming out that we feel people are going to be interested in, things that we're interested, things we want.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool then. Let's get rolling. Let's start with me because that's what the picture order is. And I'm just going to go with my picture order over here in the brand as well. I have Kid Juggernaut. Now, first of all, this cover is awesome. Second of all, I'm a Juggernaut fan in general. And this comes out April 30th. And I do have also a question for y'all that I think might come up a couple times for me at least during today's show. That I don't know whether, again, where we're looking for what we're finding specifically. This says this is a new. So this is the origin story for one of the hottest new characters in the Marvel Universe, Kid Juggernaut of the Avengers Academy cast. Just before his mysterious death, Justin's father sent a package to his estranged son containing a fragment of the Crimson Gem, the gem of Kid Rock. How did it end up in this family's hands? Okay, so that's kind of like the thing, right? But this is collected for the first time from the Marvel Voices Infinity comic 1 through 6. Was that just digital? And then now this is in print for the first time? Is that what it is? Does anybody know specifically?
I think so.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't know, exactly, but I think that sounds about right.
Okay, because I've got a couple that have that same kind of phrasing,
Yeah.
that it's collecting something, but then it's in print for the first time. So that's got to be the only thing, right? So
Yeah.
So you could have read this digitally, probably on the Marvel app or whatever, right? And then, or on the website, I'm sure. So then they're collecting this in this trade paperback now. So I'm totally interested in this. Very cool for all the reasons, like I said. I don't even have I don't have the artist or writer for this though. Sorry about that, but
The cover makes me dizzy though. It's like, whoa, that's so weird.
all right, cool. What you got, Pat?
Okay, first out of the gate, we have something from Ablaze, and this caught my eye because of the artwork. This is Medusa plus Perseus. It's a hardcover, original graphic novel. It retails for $30. This is by Andre Breinbauer. I guess it's a dual. I don't know how to phrase this. It's told from 2 points of views, and it's not clear. It almost seems like it's a flip book. Like one side you read from Medusa's point of view, and you flip it and you read from Perseus's side of view.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Here's a snippet of artwork from each. Here's the Perseus side. It looks like he's going, to investigate Medusa. And here's from Medusa's side. Hers is in color, a little more painterly. So I should have got more shots because these don't really show off the artwork. The cover is a good example, though. I think I like his artwork. It's up my alley stylistically. I don't know if it's enough to make me plop down $30 out of the gate on a hardcover one shot, but it's something I'm definitely interested in. If I can get a good discount, maybe. But it just looked cool to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, at the very least, you could research other works that he's done and track that down.
Yeah, good idea.
Cool.
Yep, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. First up for me is Our Brilliant Ruin, Horror at Crane Mansion. Number one. This is created in association with the tabletop RPG of the same name. Depicts a world where intricate social ties of allegiance and conflict are tested by the presence of a ruin, a malignant force that corrodes the world and turns people into horrific creatures. So I've never heard of the game. I don't know if you have.
No,
I know it's an RPG, and I don't think you do RPGs.
Yeah,
but I think the artwork, Christopher Mitten, written by Cullen Bunn. It's like that guy is just always writing. He has so many books coming out. So this is March 26th, $4.99 cover from Dark Horse. Figure this might, it's got the crossover appeal for the players of the game.
All right, cool. If it wasn't horror, I'd probably be interested in that.
Yeah.
Probably be more interested in the game.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next up for me, I have Battle Beast from the Invincible universe. This, I guess, I didn't get on board with Invincible when it first came out. I've read a couple Invincible. I've watched the cartoon, so some of the episodes of the cartoon, but I'm assuming this Battle Beast is a main character from it. Do you know, Pat, right?
I don't know, but I don't think he is. I know he's appeared in like books before, but I don't think that much.
Okay. That's what I just assumed from what it said. This of course is by Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley. This comes out on April 23rd. The cover artist on this cover is Annalisa Leone. And that's all enough for me to be interested already. But another cool thing about this is that the cover C of this is going to be a blind bag that can be not only any of the covers, but also not even Battle Beast. Does that make sense?
What you're saying makes sense. I don't love it in what they're doing here, I guess.
Did you read that? Did you read that as well?
Yeah, this is on my list as well.
I like the cover C aspect being any of the covers, but I don't like the also the addition that it could not even be Battle Beast. It could be
like a different book altogether.
Yes.
No, get out. I'm all in. Oh yeah. I was on board when it was kind of like the blind bag thing. I'm like, okay, you just don't know exactly what you're gonna get. So I was gonna at least get one. But now it could that's come on. That's a Kirkman thing though.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking as well. And the cool thing about that is whatever books you get that aren't Battle Beast in the cover C blind bag, that's the only way you'll be able to get those books. Right, Pat?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, now I love it. I might get a couple. I need to revisit my order form.
So anyway, yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same with both of you. Pat, I've got mixed emotions with it. And then Mike, I think it sounds really fun and I'm in. So yeah. This is definitely in my list.
Yeah. So I have I could wait until my turn. I have the other covers.
Well, it sounds like Pat did too, huh, Pat?
Yeah, I just have the A cover, the Ryan Otley cover. I'm sure Mike has a much better presentation of it, though. I always wondered about this character because I didn't know if he sort of looks and is he or isn't he? Remember the old Battle Beast little miniature figures? I never really got a clear answer if that was where this came from, if it somehow tied to that, or they got the license, or what this dude's deal was. I just always thought he was a neat design. So
right, yeah.
That's why I put it on my list.
Kind of even put you in mind of that random figure from who was it in the last on the last Horizon? Yeah.
The Four Horsemen's Mythic Legions line.
Yeah. All right, Mike, you want to show the other covers?
Yeah. So we've got the Kale New 1 in 25, EJ Sue, the 1 in 10. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
My favorite one of all of them is the John Boy Myers 1 in 100 foil. I like John Boy's work. I think it's really awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Another Ryan Otley. That's a 1 in 1,000 foil.
Jeez.
They're counting on a lot of people buying this book. I think I think all the fans of Invincible are probably going to pick it up.
Yeah.
And then people that never read Invincible, like myself, came on too late to jump into it. I'll grab a couple. And then lastly, it's actually, I think that was the David Finch cover. I thought, Kevin, I have it labeled as David Finch. And there's a Ryan Otley mask die cut foil. I don't know how that's going to work. But that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. But you'd have to ruin your book unless it comes with a, like the card stock with the regular cover underneath or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Hold on a sec. So this is. Oh, okay.
I have it down as the Finch cover.
Yeah, maybe I would probably bet that you're right. I'm wrong, but yeah, who knows? I guess it's possible. Was that all? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Invincible's face looks Finchish to me. So.
Yeah, this looks painted almost. And
yeah,
I'm not used to seeing him.
Right.
Was that all of
them? Yeah.
Okay. Because the other thing I was going to ask, correct me if I'm wrong, Pat, from what you read, or you too, Mike, obviously, since this is yours as well. With that cover C, the way it's described too, any of these, it literally says it could be any of the covers, right?
Yeah,
so
that's a good point. Yeah.
Be the 1 in 100, maybe. Could be the 1 in 1,000, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, how crazy is that?
That'd be crazy, right? buy like 10 of. That's what people are gonna do. They're gonna buy like 10 of them. 10 of the cover C's.
How'd you know what I ordered?
Yeah. Which that's how they're hoping to get to 1,000 by selling.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, cool. But I'm glad. So we got I think this is maybe the first time ever we've had a triple crossover in previous.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what you got next, Pat?
All right. I think I may have spied this on Mike's list too. From DC Comics, we have Absolute Flash.
Oh no, I didn't do Absolute.
You didn't? Must have been my own. I saw then. We had talked about this before. I think on the show, maybe not on the show. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did.
But this is by Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles. I don't know. I think the Absolutes have been sort of hit or miss. I'm liking Batman. I'm not loving Superman except for the artwork, and I need to get back on Wonder Woman to see if I really should continue. So it's the Flash, which he's one of my favorite DC characters, although I haven't read him in a while. But it's also Jeff Lemire, one of my favorite writers, and the artwork looks pretty cool. So this is one of maybe I think 3 or 4 absolutes in the current previews that I'll be getting. The rest just don't do it for me, but I will order Flash.
Yeah, I was gonna give Flash a shot because of the Jeff Lemire factor. If he wasn't writing it, I probably wouldn't pick it up at all.
Yeah, $4.99 cover price.
Who'd you say the art was by again?
Nick Robles.
Okay.
I'm up next. Okay. Let's get to this. Assorted Crisis Event number 1 comes out March 12th, $4.99 cover price. The gist of this sounds fun. Time is having a crisis. Mingling in the red light district, you can find actual cavemen, medieval knights, cyborg soldiers on leave from World War IV. Victorian debutantes amble their way into cell phone stores, confused and bewildered. On their way to work, blurry-eyed commuters get trapped in time loops, assaulted by alternate reality versions of themselves, and try to avoid post-apocalyptic wastelands. This is an ongoing zigzagging anthology series about the compromised clicks of our clocks, full of one-shot stories, both beautiful and ugly. There's the 3 covers. I really like the Del Mundo 1 in 25, but I'm not going to pay that much for it. So I'm going to grab the A cover. This just sounds fun.
Yeah, this is on my list too. I totally agree. It sounds fun, but it totally reminds me of there was a show. Man, can't remember the exact name of it, but basically, it sounds like to me what'll happen in this comic is that it's a bunch of one-shot stories, but they've got to coincide somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was like a show that did that. It had like 6 episodes were like totally separate events, but then the 7th episode brought them all together and how they were all connected. It seems like it had something like that. But yeah, it sounds crazy fun. I'm in on this one as well. So,
yep. Man, it sounds like we crossed over on a couple of this month.
Yeah, so far we're only 3 in. Yeah. But again, you're like Pat said, your presentation is much better. Here's mine. Boom. That's
why it takes me all month. Right? but also, I love all the segments of all of our shows. I love Couple Combat. I like everything we do on the regular show. I love this.
And I'm with you. I'm with you. I agree.
So it's not even work. It's a lot of fun for me to do all.
Yeah. All right. Next up for me, I've got Predator versus Spider-Man.
Predator's back.
Yeah. Which I didn't even know this until I read this, that, obviously Predator. I covered Predator versus Wolverine,
Mhm.
and but in between that and this, there was Predator versus Black Panther. Did y'all know that?
Don't think so.
Yeah. It just talked about that, in the coverage for this that he bought Black Panther. Let me see if I have that specifically when that was.
Well, obviously, neither of them took out the Predator.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering how exactly they're going to work this because, obviously I covered Wolverine and how that all went out. But basically, yeah, it just said in Predator versus Black Panther, Yacha invaded Wakanda and nearly dethroned its king. Now Ben Percy turns his twisted brain to Marvel's most beloved property, Spider-Man. A heat wave sends New York City into a blackout, and Spider-Man on patrol as tempers boil across the city. But beneath its grimy sewers and subways lurk a threat unlike anything Peter Parker has faced before. Introducing Skinner, a predator with no honor and no clan, only a thirst for blood. Exquisitely rendered by superstar artist Marcelo Ferreira. And this comes out April 23rd. I think that's what all mine have been so far. So April 23rd, 2025 as well. So
I will wait your review.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this looks cool. Sounds cool. I'm in. Yeah. But yeah, and I might have to track down Predator versus Black Panther. So that's what I got.
Yep.
What you got, Pat?
Next up for me is from Distillery. Our old friends at Distillery charged the $9 a book, and that is the next title from Mirka Andolfo called Midnight Airlines. And I guess the gist of this is this fellow you see in the middle. He works in an airport, and he stumbles across a midnight airline that caters to vampires. So I guess they take these flights and do their vampire shenanigans while they're en route to some location. And let me see. They describe it. If you like, let me see. I can pull this up so I get it right. It's basically if you like this, and this, you're gonna love this. My page is not refreshing, so
30
I
days.
think
Right?
Nope. I think they're going for more of a humor bent. So they say for fans of What We Do in the Shadows, Con Air, and Interview with the Vampire.
Wow. Well, it's always dark somewhere, right? So
Right.
the plane could just follow.
Yeah.
Where it's dark, just like that's why I was saying the 30 Days a Night, because they went to was it Barrow, Alaska?
Yeah.
It was dark. I can just follow the moon.
My mind landed on From Dusk Till Dawn because this is probably a question you won't be able to answer, basically, since you already described probably anything you need to know or anything you already know, Pat. But I'd be curious as to know if do the vampire shenanigans happen on the plane, or do the planes take them to shenanigans?
It seems like it happens on the plane. So vampires on a plane, I guess.
So that's what I was thinking about From Dusk Till Dawn, because they set up a bar to have all the truckers come so the vampires could eat them in the middle of the night or whatever. So they must get innocent passengers to get on this plane for then the vampires to have their way with, right?
Must be. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm gathering.
Yeah, that kind of alluded to it. Got me thinking with what he said there, Vampires on a Plane. It's like a sequel to that Samuel Jackson movie.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Vampire snakes on a plane. Yeah.
Vampire snakes. I think he just created something right there. That's pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is Mirka's second offering from Distillery. Her first being Blasphemous. I did not like that book. I'll be a little nitpicky here. I still think Mirka works better with a writer. I think even maybe a co-writer, just because of the language barrier. I think that hampers her sometimes. I'm still a big fan. I love her artwork, and I'll most likely pick this up, but I'm hoping for better than her last distillery outing.
Mhm. All right.
Okay.
All right. Next up, you guys may have this on your list. Everybody on the planet knows about this. If they don't, you got to wonder, do they even read comics? We've got Batman 158 begins the Hush 2 storyline. Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee at it again. That's my whole description. Hush 2. Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb. That's all you need to know. There are some, of course, cover upon cover upon cover. So that's what we'll highlight here. The B cover and C cover are connecting. Buy them separately. Or you can get the J cover, which is a connecting gatefold. So it's got the B and C together along with the A. I don't exactly know how it gatefolds out, what's going to be on top. Probably the A cover, and then the B, C folds in.
Mm-hmm.
But
Interesting.
Yep, you can get that. Now I've highlighted a lot of these. The J. Scott Campbell. As far as I can tell, I think that's finished. I'm not sure. It's one of those deals where if it is, I kind of like it, but if it isn't, it would be pretty awesome too because I like J. Scott Campbell. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Dan Mora, that's just fantastic. Love Dan Mora's work.
All right. Well, I got a question. Oh,
I
no.
know.
Sorry, Mike. Sorry. Go ahead.
I told
No,
you there's a lot of covers.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Finish the covers, and then you can question.
Yeah.
Sean Murphy with the wraparound foil. Lee Bermejo with the 1 in 25. Simone DeMaio with the 1 in 50. And the one I'm looking forward to is the Gabriel Delgado connecting. Now, I tried to guess. I couldn't figure out how many issues it's going to run. I tried to measure. It may be 158 through 162. I was trying to guess if that would be a 63. So I kind of labeled those where I think the covers might break. I'm not sure, but there's a connecting cover for the whole set. It's pretty
I
awesome.
would think if you're off, the only way you would be off is that 59 shifts to the left above
6.
Gordon, and then 60.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. I would say if you're off any, it'd be off one. That's pretty good, Mike. Good job.
Right. So anyway, there you go. Batman 158 starts the Hush 2. And if you haven't already been doing so, they're reprinting the first run or the first Hush storyline, and you can get those with foil covers, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I need to do that too. Although I have 4 copies of. Yeah.
Well, I think as far as ordering goes, this month you've got to order the second 2. Last month was the first 2 to pre-order. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So can you go back to the very first thing you showed?
Oh, that one or this one?
This one. Yeah, second one. Sorry. So here's my question. All right.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's people that buy comics for covers, and people that buy comics for covers and to read the story, and then people that don't really care about the art, but they just like to read them. Right? There's all kinds of different people. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What, in God's name, would make you want to buy? Okay, so say these are $4.99 cover price, probably, right? At the least, maybe $5.99 if they're cards.
Well, the J, I think the gatefold, I think that might be right. Like I didn't mark it down, like a $7.99 or something like that.
Okay, well, no, I'm talking about the B and C. B and C.
Yeah, $4.99.
Yeah. Or $5.99 for
$5.99 because they're card stock.
Yeah, so that's $12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you pay $7. You're saying the J is $7?
Maybe, I'm guessing.
And you get all of it. Why would you do what would, and I'm not judging here, I'm just curious because I can't relate to it. Why would you prefer to have connecting covers of 2 comics that are essentially the same past the cover. You know, everything below the cover is the same. Why would you buy 2 comics to have connecting covers when you could just buy the J and have those connecting covers in a fold out anyway?
Yeah. Unless the J is like $13. I don't know.
Well, even if it's $13, you still got 1 comic. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want 2 comics? The only way, I guess the only way would be then if they were cheaper. If it was cheaper to buy the B and C, both of them, you know, I guess. Pat, input?
Well, I see your point, but I also see that the people would be like, well, I can't see that gatefold cover from the outside. I want each of these covers to be visible from the front in my bag, in my board, or in my CGC holder, you know, or my,
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. So then I'm going to add this follow-up question, okay? So you know how they put out X-Men #1 and they did the facsimile, but then had the fold-out connecting cover of all the covers, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Of what, Kevin? Sorry.
X-Men #1.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mike, right? You know what I'm talking about?
They had a facsimile where it all folds out.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's cool.
Really, we have like 5 of them at Xcellar, just to let you know if you want one.
Like a recently produced facsimile.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see them there.
It was like the end of last year, and the back. So the cover was the Cyclops X-Men 1 cover.
Okay.
And then inside both the back cover and the front cover folded out so that you get the whole line of all the covers.
If it's a book that I have, I don't pay attention to the facsimile at all. So that's why I didn't even know that came out.
I figured you would know it existed. But anyway, so my question, here's the question that
get to your question.
If what I just described came out at the same time as all 6 X-Men #1s came, 5, right? There's 5, right? Of all 5, when X-Men came out, X-Men 1 came out originally in all 5 covers. If the time that came out, if they also offered this fold out to get all covers cardstock on one, would you have still bought all 5 separately?
I would have bought everything. I would have bought all 5, and I would have bought the gatefold back then. Now I would buy the individual ones for the reason that Patrick's kind of saying. I want to be able to hold them up separately, and try to deal with a gatefold. Holy cow! Like a quadruple one. Blah 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 blah. That's a pain in the butt.
So you're completely disagreeing with me, Han?
Yeah, I would buy the individuals.
Huh. Interesting.
For like this, if I would get those 2. I would get the B and the C.
Interesting.
Because I don't want to have to take it out of the bag and unfold it to look at it. I'd rather just pick up 2 comic books and set them beside each other.
Interesting. That's exactly what Pat said. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Pay
right.
for convenience. There you go.
She'd rather have you'd pay the extra for the convenience, essentially.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, cool. Moving on.
But ultimately, all I'm getting is the A cover. Well, no, and the Del Auto. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that Del Auto is awesome too.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of these.
I'm conflicted on this because even though Chip Zdarsky claims that he was probably done anyway, I don't feel like that's really what happened. So I'm maybe a little bitter here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the big boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly too, I do.
So when you say you're torn, though, you're bitter. Like it's so bitter, you might not even get it.
I don't know. I mean,
but that's what you're saying. You might not get it though.
I'll probably get it because I've been getting Batman.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking. I thought about this when they first announced it. I bought and read Hush when it first came out. I don't remember a dang thing about it. I've never went back and read it. I have no real lasting memory of it beyond the Jim Lee artwork. So
that's where I am with it. It's the artwork that did it for me more than anything.
Yeah. So this isn't as big a draw as I think maybe a lot of the hype behind it I don't know. I don't know.
The hype for me on this also is just the Jim Lee artwork.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I felt like most of the hype behind Hush has been the artwork too. Yeah. Just in general.
Let's just hope Jim does all. I don't know how many issues it's going to be, 5 or 6, whatever we figured out there. Maybe just stick around and do them all, man.
But on the other hand, I applaud the fact that I think it was Jim Lee who said, even going back to the first Hush, we did not want a standalone series. We wanted to just be in the main Batman book. So there's part of me that likes that.
I like that. Yeah.
But I just don't like the fact that they may have pushed people out to wedge their way in.
Yep. I get what you're saying.
Okay. Are we done talking about this one part?
No, we're good. You're next.
All right, cool.
Unless you've got Batman 158.
No, I don't. That's what I was going to comment when you said about us crossing over. There was so much I wanted. I didn't even make it to DC this month.
It's funny. I barely made it to Marvel.
Well, I went straight Boom, Titan, Marvel. Okay, anyway, so my next one is Godzilla versus the Hulk.
Dude, you're in April, man.
He's ahead of the schedule.
You skipped March completely.
This is from the January guide. This is in the January previews.
Like the physical copy?
I did it online.
Well, yeah, this is in April.
It's still in the future.
Yeah. But, I mean, do it because I this is on mine too.
The Godzilla versus Hulk or the first one?
Yes.
Well, then why are you giving a hard time about me having this on mine then?
Because I was really excited to show this one.
Oh.
Wait a minute. So am I the one that's behind the times? Should I go first? Because I have the first one.
Yeah, I've got the first, second, third.
Wow, come on now. He's going 3 months from now.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got the 3. I've got 3. Sorry.
All right. Well, since we're doing, you could have chose this to be instead of Hush, Mike. So I'm just doing this in order. So let me just say what I have to say, and then you can add on whatever you want to add.
All right, got it.
So yeah, this comes out April 16th. But I did have to go back. You know what I think may have happened? You might be right, Mike. Here's and Pat, and this is what might have happened when I was on. Which I don't know why it does this, but when you're online previews guide to open Marvel, it says you have to download your pool box to see it, right?
Yeah.
So when I downloaded my pool box, I may not have gone because I actually had to physically, because it was on February's naturally. I had to actually physically choose January's for Boom and Titan. But whenever I got to Marvel, I had to download this from my pool box. It may have defaulted back on February's.
Yeah.
And I didn't select back to January. So, because this comes out April 16th. And as Mike was pointing out, and I don't have a whole lot of information, so I'm sure Mike's going to be able to add on to a bunch of this anyway. But this is 6 one-shots. And this is the second one, Godzilla versus Hulk. The first one was Godzilla versus Fantastic Four, which I'm assuming then that one probably would be out in March then. I don't have a cover for that, though. And then the third one coming out is Godzilla versus Spider-Man. So, whose is that? Pat or Mike?
Me.
Is that what you? Okay. So do we have a triple crossover again?
Yeah. But also, to go one step further, from what I can tell, the fourth one is X-Men. But I haven't seen any covers for those. But I've got a bunch of covers for the other 3.
Do you have a release date on this, Pat?
No. It was in the January previews.
Yeah, 3/19, March 19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk any more about the Hulk one before?
No, that's pretty much all I had. Is that they seem awesome, and I want to check them out.
I'll talk about the Hulk one. I don't like that cover. Sorry.
Which cover?
Okay.
The Hulk cover?
Yeah. Looks weird.
Do you have a better one?
Go back to the Hulk. The Hulk looks cool. I think Godzilla looked kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I like,
yeah.
me and Speed, like how fast the Hulk looks blasting up through that rubble. That looks awesome. But yeah, Godzilla looks silly.
He looks kind of funky. Yeah. All right, cool. So I covered Godzilla Hulk. Pat, you're covering Godzilla Fantastic Four.
Yeah. So we had the A cover. That's by Andy Kubert. Andy or Adam? Anybody help?
Yeah, I have it on my thing.
Okay. I
think it's Adam.
Yeah, and there's the B cover, wraparound cover by Lionel Francis Yu.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I like parts of it.
I want to know what part you don't like.
I like Lionel Yu, but there's just some of this that looks weird to me. Like maybe it's just the copy I have, or at least I don't like his thing that much. It looks a little weird. I don't like his big choppers.
You're pretty critical on thing artists.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that earlier today. I was like, I shouldn't be so stringent on my artists. But yeah, I like this one better than the Kubert one for sure. And there's more than that. I just have the A and the B. So Mike will fill us in with all the mini.
You know me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the A cover or the B cover.
And okay, by the way, regardless of the cover artist, this is by my good old buddy Ryan North, and the artist is John Romita Jr. So
yeah. I almost did a good, the bad, and the ugly parts of this, and the bad would be Ryan North, the good, John Romita Jr.
I don't know. These are all. So I didn't follow the DC Godzilla crossover. So I don't know. I might be as picky with my Godzilla artists as I am with my thing artists, because I'm kind of worried to see John Romita Jr.'s Godzilla.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, by the way, I don't love his Ben Grimm either. So,
well, the good news is I think each book has a different creative team.
Yes, I believe
so.
Right.
Ryan North won't be writing the Hulk one and stuff like that. And I think I have Adam did that one.
Okay.
All right. So these are the other covers. And I went through to get the next ones as well, because they have a theme, like the versus covers. Each one of the books is going to have a versus cover.
Yeah, those are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, is going to have a Nick Bradshaw cover as well. So those are the two that I ordered, the Garbett and the Bradshaw. And Mark Bagley, I like him sometimes, I don't like him other times. I'm not a fan of his Godzilla there, but
it's all right.
That's a foil cover.
And here we go, Marvel. What'd they call that Nick Bradshaw cover? They had a name for it.
It was an homage cover.
Okay. So
yeah, they're calling them the homage.
So they're obviously they're coloring it a little weirdly. I don't love the coloring. Plus, Marvel, for crying out loud, the corner box, that looks hideous. Godzilla in tiny font way up at the top in the big white blank space. I don't know. These guys, they drive me nuts.
Well, let's see if they fixed it on this one for you. So here's the Hulk. It's still a big fat corner box,
They're okay. So it looks like they're leaving room for like the price and what maybe the comics code used to go there. But if they leave that blank, Marvel, don't leave that blank. Crying out loud. I hadn't seen this shade throwing some Jet Jaguar in there. But
Mhm.
I appreciate it. As always, the presentation, Mike. I'm glad you pull all these covers and with the credits on them. That's nice.
Yeah, I just found out that these were all available yesterday. That all these images were available. I was like freaking out. So I have to get these together. And then there's the Spider-Man. So Spider-Man, they don't even have the corner box for Bradshaw. So there you go with your continuity.
Yeah, and that's like modern coloring on that one too.
Yeah.
It looks normal, you know. I don't know.
He looks kind of like a cat beast in that one, though. His face is weird.
Well, he
Yeah.
was. I think initially, he was very cat-like.
There's a lot of Godzillas that look cat-like. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
ultimately, the versus ones are my favorite ones. You know, they look like the old boxing cards. You know, so.
Yeah, I actually didn't care for it when I first saw just Hulks, but then when I saw the other ones having that theme of all of them, that'd be great to have a set of all those together. That'd be so cool.
And that's kind of why I wanted to highlight these, because like the Scotty Young Spider-Mans, I didn't find out about those until a couple in, and it's like by that point, it's like, man, I'm just not going to go after them. So kind of want to highlight them for everybody. If they like those themed variants, there you go.
Now that I know that, I might stick to the Bradshaw covers. Are they open order?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So that's why I figured you would probably, I know you like Bradshaw quite a bit, and I figured you would prefer those over the other ones.
Yep.
It's like one constant with through, you know, there's different creative teams on all 6 books, but if you can get something that uniformly connects them besides Godzilla, it's kind of cool. So anyway,
Is this another triple crossover then? Did you have so you had this too, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Fantastic Four.
Nice. I don't know if
That's awesome.
almost done.
So whose turn is it then?
Well, that was yours, and then
that was
Patrick did some, and then I did some. So I don't know, it can be yours again.
Okay. Next up for me, I have. Oh wait, that's one that we already did.
That looks good.
I've got Solomon Kane though.
Almost like this one, yeah.
Which this is from Boom Studios. So this comes out March 26th.
Nice.
This is Solomon Kane and the Serpent Ring #1 by Patch Zurcher and J.H. Williams. Well, actually, Patch is all interior art. This cover is a J.H. Williams cover. And so you almost picked this, Pat, because, there's a Mignola cover for this. You didn't pick it, though?
No.
Okay, because I didn't download the Mignola cover. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's Mignola, of course. But this one, the Sword of Vengeance slashes into his own new series. Solomon Kane, the Serpent Ring. Kane battles from the Barbary Coast across southern Europe to the canals of Venice as a band of rogues form around him in their quest for the fabled Serpent Ring of Set. It's the much anticipated return of Solomon Kane from Patrick Zurcher, from Superman, Iron Man, Savage Avengers, Moon Knight fame. So definitely looks cool. I've always been interested in Solomon Kane, so this is definitely gonna be one I'm grabbing.
Cool.
That's all I had for that.
And that's an
All right.
ongoing. It's not
Yeah.
just okay.
I'm going to skip over my next one because I know Mike's going to do it. So
Oh, I skipped it, so I figured you were going to do it.
it's. I feel like it's your little baby, so I'm not going to do that one.
All right.
I'll skip to this instead because I wasn't totally on board in the beginning, but the more and more, because of reasons I'll talk about it, that's the Transformers. These are the deluxe hardcover collections, starting with Volume 1. There's two covers, 2 open order covers for this, cover A, cover B, but then there's also this Top Shelf Comics variant. I don't know if you can order it through Previews or you have to go through their website to get it, but it's all the same thing. It's 1 through 12 of the Transformers series by Image, by Daniel Warren Johnson, who started out the book. But then the reason I'm really interested is Jorge Corona came onto the book, and he's done quite a few of the issues, if not the majority of the issues, I believe. And I love his artwork. So I've been tempted, the more I see of this Transformers book, to go back and pick them up. But, and then I'm thinking, what do I get the collections? I've seen that there's 2 trade paperbacks out already, but now they're coming with these hardcovers. And I'm like, man, maybe I should get the hardcovers. But I don't know if I like the book enough. Like, we all read the #1 when we had our get together for our Get It or Forget It on the main show that one time. I thought it was okay, but it didn't blow me away or anything. But the combination of adding Jorge Corona into the mix, it just keeps tempting me. So one way or another, I intend to somehow check this book out. If I didn't say so, $50 hardcover. I don't know if that's a good way to jump into it, but maybe you get a nice discount here or there, and you might pick it up. So,
well, I have issues 1 through 3 that are currently in our my short box for our next get together where we're going to be trading. So
okay.
just to let you know.
Okay.
If you need them earlier than that, I can pull them out and just send them up to you.
All right.
Save you some money because they're going to be at least cover price or more somewhere else.
Yeah.
I definitely considered these as well. Yeah, because basically everything you said, I'm totally the same with this book. And Transformers have more appeal to me now than ever for some reason. So anyway.
All right. So I'll jump back up to where I skipped, and I'll get to the Grommet trade paperback, March 12th, $16.99. If anybody's been paying attention to our show, then knows. I've reviewed a few of these issues. I love it. My favorite books. Brett Parsons' artwork is fantastic. This collects 1 through 7. And we've also got a direct market wraparound cover. It's funny how it says not final art, but all it is the 2 variant covers. I think they were reprints or like second and third printings or whatever, different issues. So that's got to be final art. So this is definitely, if you're not getting the single issues, definitely pick this one up. I love it. It's really fun 1980s storytelling. And as a kicker for $75, comes out the same day. You can get 1 of 3 skateboards.
Yeah, I totally saw this one. Was going to ask you, are you going to get this? Are you going to get us at least 1 of the skateboards for Mark?
No.
Okay.
We've got like 5 or 6 in the garage.
He doesn't have a grommet skateboard though.
Right, for Mark, he probably wants it for himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this just comes with the deck. I don't think you get the trucks or wheel or anything. So yeah, I would just hang this on the wall.
Well, even better. Yeah, you just get. Oh, I was going to say you just get the deck and you take the wheels off of the other boards he's got. Put it on these. Yeah. I remember that's what all the skaters loved to do, as much as they enjoyed skating, was building their own boards.
Just tinkering. That's what Mark did. He ordered everything himself. He ordered his own trucks, his own wheels, his own deck, tape, and then he customized the whole thing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go.
I didn't realize these were so expensive though. I thought they were just like like stickers or something that they just stuck on your board.
Yeah, $75. But at the very least, get the trade paper.
Right. You're not going to get the skateboard, just get the comic, right?
Yeah. The only thing bugged me is that they didn't just a trade paperback. I would rather have a hardcover. Mm-hmm. Even though I've never read the book, I've heard so many good things about it from somebody. Yeah. But I feel like I'd rather splurge for the hardcover for a few bucks more than get the trade paperback. But it's a good deal, $16.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Image trade paperbacks are very well priced. I have to tell you. I have to say that.
Well, Image comics are still the lowest prices too, right?
I think it depends on the book.
Yeah.
Oh, all I care about.
I mean,
so.
Battle Beast is going to be $3.99. I think they're still mostly at $3.99.
Yeah.
Obviously, Spawn is still $2.99.
Right, that's the one I was thinking about. Yeah, of course. So
yeah. So since I have the initial comics, I'm probably not going to get the trade just in case they do come out with a hardback later.
Yeah.
Who knows what they'll end up doing. And I definitely get a hardcover.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you of all people would definitely get the hardcover.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then I showed this to you guys that I noted this in our group already. But this is Marvel Rivals, the comic book. This is number 1 coming out April 2nd. And I think we answered our question then, Mike. We talked about in the group that this is, of course, spinning off from the brand new hit video game from Tokyo 2099. The time rift has disrupted the web of life and destiny, leaving the world's heroes to battle it out over the best way to fix it. One group, led by Penny Parker, wants to plug the web into cyberspace to repair it. The other group, led by Spider-Man, favors a more conservative approach of using chronovium to strengthen the web and allow it to repair itself. The time rift makes rivals out of us all, but which team will overtake the other? Collecting the Marvel Rivals Infinity comic from 2024, 1 through 6, for the first time in print. So this is a one-shot book that's going to collect them all. And I guess, like we just said, it's the same thing. This was digitally on the Marvel app for you to read first of all. Now this is collecting for the first time to be in print.
Are there any codes in this one or anything you can plug in?
It didn't mention that as far as, including in the game, which would be awesome. Well, sure enough, now that I've got a game I actually care about that could have a crossover, they don't do that. Hopefully they get onto that though. But I'm definitely interested to get this. Yeah. So, what you got, Pat?
All right, getting down to the nitty gritty here. Let me see. I have a new miniseries for my buddy Ben Grimm, The Thing #1. This is by you guys, pal. Tony Fleece is the writer on this, and the artist is Leonard Kirk. Covered by Nick Bradshaw. I think this is a 5-issue limited series. Yeah, $4.99 cover price. I don't know, man. I'm always disappointed in these little Thing miniseries. They never seem to go anywhere. They almost seem like filler, like inventory stories of old. But maybe the combo here. I hear good. I don't think I've ever read anything by Tony Fleece. But Leonard Kirk is a good artist. He did a stint on the Fantastic Four. And I don't know if Nick Bradshaw is doing all the covers, but hopefully he is, because that's a selling point as well. And I'll probably end up picking this up.
Yeah, the only Fleece I've ever read was the Stray Dogs and
yeah,
Feral, and those those were good.
I don't know if there's any cats or rabid raccoons in this or not, but
those were good. Those were awesome, Mike. Right?
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, Stray Dogs was great. Feral started off good. The thing that I liked so much about Stray Dogs is it was about dogs. I like dogs. I wish there was an ongoing about dogs, not an ongoing about cats. Give me a 6-issue series on cats, great. Ongoing about dogs, perfect. So that's kind. I've actually lost a little bit of interest in Feral because it's just about cats.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Kind of stuck on, I think, issue 4 or 5.
To wrap this up, I almost forgot. I'll probably end up getting this, but I also will probably end up getting. They're also making this as a poster, as one of the monthly offerings of posters. So I'm gonna probably pick the poster up too. retail price on that is $9. So I'm sure it'll have a nice discount and hopefully make it here in one piece. Hopefully FedEx isn't involved in the delivery. So.
Oh, those sons of
That's the first time I think I've actually mentioned posters a couple times. That's the first time I ever think you mentioned it. You collect posters then, Pat?
Yes.
What do you do with them?
I look at them while I do the show.
Okay, so you've got them hanging there.
No, they're not hanging. They're all rolled up on the top of my book. Some of them, the more recent ones are.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was wondering because, man, I've got so many posters that I've got just rolled up. And incidentally, too, that Wolverine poster I was describing, I said Blevins. It's B. Levins.
Mm.
Do you know who that is? No, that doesn't help. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, I've got so many posters that I'm going to start getting sucked into it as soon as I have money again, with the poster sleeves they have, that they have out now, where you can basically bag and board a poster,
Nice.
Okay.
Have you seen those?
No.
Yeah. They're like $5.99 a piece or something, but
Seems cheap. I mean,
yeah,
are they hard plastic or
no, they're literally like a bag and board. They're like
okay.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I could be off of the price. The last time I looked, that's what I'm recalling, but I could be wrong. But whatever it is, it's, I've got 50 posters, so that's a lot of money, so. But that's what I always think with my posters, have them rolled like apparently you must be saying, looking up there, you got them rolled up and they're just chilling up there. And all the time I look at them, I'm like, man. And then occasionally I'll bust them open and she do the look at them trick, but yeah. And watch once I get into that, where I have them bagged and boarded, where I can do the, how they used to have them in Blockbuster or in Walmart or whatever, where you can actually look through them all. That'll probably make me want to do it more. And
then you'll buy more posters.
Yeah, exactly. Just be this evil cycle. But anyway, all right, Mike, what do you got?
Right. This one, I thought Pat might do this one, but you're not. Who are the Power Pals? Number one. I think this is ongoing. I don't remember seeing anything that it's not, but that's number one. And then I had to put number two up there because the Tyler Boss variant, because it's just kind of funny over in the left corner. So this is washed up actors Derek and Alex have been best friends ever since playing teen superheroes Swallow and Buzzard in the 90s TV show Power Pals. Wait, you've never heard of it? Don't worry, you're not alone. It was canceled after 3 episodes. But the small taste of fame left them hungry for more and have been trying to get back on the Hollywood train ever since. This just looks funny to me.
Yeah. That does look funny.
I'm gonna get this one. It's March 19th, $4.99.
Nice.
I'll probably end up reviewing it.
All right. So here's the next one. I've got the whole screen here because I got a question for you guys. Okay. So this is Alien Galaxy of Nightmares trade paperback. Okay. This comes out on April 20th. I hope that price isn't right. I think I wrote down the wrong price. I've got $44.99 here. It can't be right.
If it's a trade, but yeah, hardcover, I think it would be more, but
yeah, it's probably $14.99. Anyway, forget the price. That's not what I want to focus on here.
No, I'd say it's probably that 40-something. That sounds probably about, I would guess that's right for 12, 18, 19 issues.
Oh, so maybe it is right for how many are in here. Well, that's what I was going to say. Read the first line of that page, Mike.
All new tales. And then it collects aliens or Alien 1 through 12, 1 through 6 in the annual. That's funny.
Yeah, what is it? What is it, Pat? Is it all new tales from the sci-fi horror titan that terrified audience for decades? Or is it a collection of Alien 2021, Alien 2022, and Alien Annual 2022? What is it, Pat? Is it all new or is it a collection or is it both?
It has to be if they're stating past titles from years gone by, it has to be a collection. It can't be all new.
That's true. So why does it start like that, Pat?
It was all new in 2021 because that's when Marvel got the Alien.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can agree with that. I
came up with that as the words came out of my mouth.
Is the price under the banner by chance?
That's what I want to take away the banner to see. No.
Oh.
That's funny.
Well, anyway, that's what I figured too. What you said, I'm being a little snarky, but it's annoying because I was reading and I was like, oh, cool, this is a new trade because I've kind of given up on buying just single Alien books, you know. So I'm like, oh, a new trade Alien, I might be down for that. I'm like, all new, that's awesome. Then I get to the bottom and it says the collection. I'm like, what the heck? How are you gonna start saying it's all new and then state that it's a collection from 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Right, Mike?
I think those are the only Alien Marvel books I got. I think I actually have all of those.
Yeah, I think I have those. I put them with Xcellars because I kept what I had for volume 1, which I think might be 1 through 6. Marvel's volume 1, of course, but
that's 1 through 12 was the volume 1. 1 through 6 is volume 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so anyway, that's
volume 3.
I'm keeping the volume 1 ones, huh? What?
That was a volume 3 that I actually have as well. It's like, geez, I went all out.
Well, it's so annoying too. I mean, why we got 3 volumes? I think actually I embarrassed myself during one of the Get It or Forget It's because I read number 1 of volume 2 and number 2 of volume 1 or something like that, and they didn't go together. And I'm like, why was that? And at that point in time, it's like, why is there 2 volumes of Alien by Marvel when they've only had Alien for 2 years? You know?
And I think who was writing that? Was that Philip Kennedy Johnson writing that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And he didn't. Yeah, he wrote all of them.
Yeah, he wrote them all. Exactly. It's not even
sense.
like they changed creative teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I am still interested in this because it is a collection of all of them. I'm kind of moving towards collections too, as I taper my actual individual issues down, but I still want to have the books to read. You know, having collections obviously is the way to go. So, all right, Pat, what do you got?
All right. That was really all I had, but last night I got one and it's a cheat because I don't even know when these are coming out. They may be coming out in June for all I know. These are Chris Giarrusso. We talked about him proto Scotty Young for the Marvel Universe. He's doing official handbook of the Marvel Universe, connecting covers for a myriad of books. There they all are.
Whoa.
I figured that was the best way to show them, you know, but they all connect in one continuous line, just like the John Byrne covers did in the past. 15 in total. Plus, if you see down in the corner there, and I don't know if they're doing these for every single issue, but there's also a blue line variant. And I don't know if it's going to be for every single one or not. So cover price will probably vary too, depending on what book. You can see all the logos of the miscellaneous books that they're going to be on. So yeah, good luck if you want them all.
Yeah, I had this one too, and that's actually the one that I was having a problem uploading. The only one could you get ready to bring this back up again, Pat? The only one I had was this. I had the Fantastic Four and the X-Men because the X-Men and the Fantastic Four's Abomination connect. That's Abomination, right?
Yeah.
His hind end is on you want to bring that back up on the right side of the X-Men. And of course, his front side on, see how his hind end right there at the bottom. Yeah. Yep.
And that's sort of what I did too. I just I picked probably my favorite original one just because of the characters. Just to, just get a blow up view of
Yeah.
Single one of them. This being the Avengers B through C, I guess, where you're at there. So yeah, pretty neat. I don't think I'll be picking all these up, but I still like the idea, and yeah, it kind of irks me though. You know, they're already getting your money for the regular version. They're also trying to get you to do the blue line variant, the variant. You know.
Well, here you go with the question I had about the connecting covers, and you said you want to have them two separate, right?
Mm-hmm.
The front of these connecting covers are going to connect to the back of the next one.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So you can't even do what we said.
It's even worse. Wrap around.
You'd have to have two of each.
Jerks. You're making me buy two.
Yeah, very cool though. I dug those too, definitely. All right, Mike.
Where am I? Oh boy, I lost myself here. All right. Next up. So this is a spoiler, Kevin. While you were doing your review, I was thinking, uh-oh. This is gonna say some things about what you were wondering.
Okay.
So the funny thing about this, I wasn't gonna do Spawn 362. I was doing Spawn 363 because the way I looked at things, that's 363 was due out in March, and then they must have fixed it. It was wrong. 363 comes out in April, but anyway, I just did them both. This is the Jeff Monk cover, and then we've got the one without color, and then Marco Faila. That's pretty neat. But anyway, this one, these are spoilers if you want to plug your ears, Kevin.
I'm good.
Spawn's mission should have become easier with the return of his powers.
Oh, man.
How dare you?
But unfortunately for him, there have been those who have been waiting, planning, and building up their armies, knowing that at some point they will have the opportunity to strike back at Al Simmons. But so that one, it's not what I intended to highlight. This is the one I did because that character on the cover, the Bjorn Barons cover, I think, holy cow, she's pretty awesome looking. I wasn't sure if she's a new character. I thought she was a new character until you were saying, you were describing a character. I'm like, oh, that sounds like the character on the cover.
Queen of Hell, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So, but anyways, 363 comes out in April. New threats emerge, more spoilers from the shadows. With the dead zones returning to normal, several new players have shown up on the scene, jostling for control of the demonic underworld. So I wanted to highlight it because that's a cool cover, and it sounds like there's some new characters showing up.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. And these two issues I've read now, getting back into it, I feel like there's like 6 new characters.
Mm-hmm.
Either cameoing or coming, or appearing or cameoing. But,
yeah.
And this Queen of Hell, I think she's a new character, but she's kind of like siding with Spawn just to get the dead zones right or something. Whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Just remember, everyone, like Kevin mentioned, McFarlane, $2.99. Keep buying those Jokerized variants so you can keep the book at $2.99.
Yeah, yes, exactly. All right, cool. So I'm basically out too. The only other thing I did have that I was interested in picking up is the Marvel First 80 Years, the true story of a pulp culture phenomenon, because I like this art. We've talked about that before. And I'm confused by this one too. I'm always confused every time I see this. I may have asked you this a million times too, both of you. That, this is solicited as new, coming out, available February 19th. This is a hardcover, $29.99, distributed by Titan Comics, but I can go get this in hand right now on eBay from other people. What's the deal? What's the deal again? You've probably told me this before, but fill me in again, Mike or Mark.
Pat. Because Mark and I don't know.
They don't. I think a lot of times you'll actually see in the solicitations, they'll say this is a mass market release. It may be available at other retailers before it shows up in your local comic shop.
Okay.
That happens a lot with books.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is cool. I definitely be something I'd grab. I don't know if I want to take one of Pat's lines. If I could find it at a discount.
Yeah, this to me screams like I'd love to find this at Ollie's.
Yeah. So, but that was my last one. Did you have another one, Pat?
I did not.
Mike, let's see your 20 others.
20. I have 2.
Okay.
That's good.
And they're both the same thing. These are highlighting their covers for the cover March. David Finch's Walking Dead Deluxe 108 comes out March 5th. Initially, I was wanting to highlight the Arthur Adams connecting cover for 108. Couldn't find a picture of it yet. So I figured, you know what? Let me just use a spot. I think that's an amazing Finch cover. I'm a big fan of Finch, and
I like that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then the another Vampirella #1, which same creative team. I don't know why they changed it, but anyway, Mark Spears is everywhere, and
he's blowing up, man.
Yeah, he really is. And I think this is just a great cover, so I wanted to highlight that one. And Jorge Fornia is doing the question number 5. It's like a corner box cover. The whole cover's a corner box. I love it. So get those March 19th, March 6th, and March 5th.
So this is more literal. We kind of got the corner box covers from the event. Was it in the Avengers, right?
Mark Brooks did corner box covers for
that's right,
a bunch of different titles. Yeah, he did Avengers, X-Men.
Yeah, but those were like just what would be in a corner box, but this is taking it literal. This is putting the whole corner box.
Yes and no, but again, man, come on, man. Why is the DC bullet off to the corner?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
All right.
You'll never make me happy, DC or Marvel, so I'll continue to grump.
Right, and last but not least, we have Batman: The Long Halloween, Last Halloween #5. This actually comes out February 26th. I missed it. Rob Liefeld does a variant. There's the Bill Sienkiewicz. What do you call those? Mugshot variants are through the whole run. In the Tim Sale A cover, but I just wanted to highlight the Rob Liefeld cover because I know there are Liefeld fans out there who he doesn't do a lot of DC.
Yeah, that actually does. I wouldn't have guessed that was Liefeld just looking at it either.
So I wanted to highlight that.
Right? You guys think I'm crazy? Would you have guessed if you just saw that and guessed who it was?
I think you're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's really leaning into the Tim Sale Joker teeth there, but yeah, you can definitely see Liefeld there in certain aspects of
it. Aside from the word Liefeld being there, I'm not talking about his name being on. No, I'm just
I realize that.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I think that's just a standard pose for Liefeld.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll say it. It's not horrible. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed. Yeah, so that's what I mean. I wouldn't have guessed that was Liefeld.
So that was my final highlight. So
this might be dumb, but did Sienkiewicz do Arkham Asylum cover?
Who did that? I thought he did, but no.
All right, you guys don't know. Anybody in the comments, let us know. I mean, we can obviously Google it afterwards, but let's get some interactivity going on. So if you know, let us know. Definitely grown more fond of him as the future goes on. Mike, you're muted.
Yeah, I was talking to Cora. You're growing more fond of Sienkiewicz?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've been a fan of his Stray Toasters. I don't know if you ever saw that Pat
Yeah.
I bought that. I think I tried reading it, and it was at the time. I don't think I was smart enough or something. I don't know. I was confused. But then I sold them, so I have no idea what they were. That's when I first started collecting comics when that came out.
Yep.
All right, very cool. So that'll do it then.
So that will do it. That's what we say. Go spend your money on.
And I'll remember for next month to not show any Marvels from April because I already did.
It's all good.
I'll go all DC for February. That's the other thing too, is I was a little frustrated that I even had to do that. Because I'm like, it's already January, so why would your default be on the February previews guide? You know, still January.
Who knows when they switch it over though?
You know when they switch it over?
February.
Exactly. That only makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I don't want to talk bad or anything, but they did file for Chapter
11. Exactly. So we need to possibly, as you mentioned anyway, Mike, we need to possibly find different, more regular. Well, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a problem for you anyway, or even Pat. Maybe it might be the biggest problem for me to find the regular avenues to have a preview of our own of whatever we choose to call it. Once previews guide, if it stops, whatever. So, all right, so that's it then.
That is it.
I don't even know what I want to say. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell to get notifications of all of our regular stuff and our extra shows like this awesome show right now. Give us a follow on Xcellar Comics on Facebook, or at Xcellar Comics on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And follow Xcellar_comics on TikTok, I guess. And then check out what we have on eBay. Like, sub to Whatnot. Bookmark my show. A lot of great stuff. Join us for Cover Combat tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then our next live stream, February 8th, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I think that's it.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thanks for checking us out. If you have a lot of money and you can buy all this stuff, we're really happy for you. If you don't have much money and we made it harder for you, sorry about it. But we're in the same boats, so it's all good. But thanks either way for checking us out. And until next time, don't forget, appreciating great art is awesome. Reading a great story is a lot of fun. So why not pick up a comic book and do both? Xcellar out.